I know my voice sounds a little hoarse. It's just because I've come down with a case of impeachment fever, baby, and also regular fever. It is a beautiful day. Ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland, just implicated basically everyone who's ever set foot in the Trump White House.
Was there a quid pro quo? As I testified previously, with regard to the requested White House call and the White House meeting, the answer is yes. Mr. Giuliani conveyed to Secretary Perry, Ambassador Volker, and others that President Trump wanted a public statement from President Zelensky committing to investigations of Burisma and the 2016 election. We all understood that these prerequisites for the White House call and the White House meeting reflected President Trump's desires and requirements.
All right, I think we can all take our impeachment balls and go home now because that is the whole ball game. Up until now, the witnesses who publicly testified in the impeachment hearings have been a cautious, sober bunch. Taken together, they laid out a damning case, but they didn't exactly give good sound bites.
I am not here to take one side or the other.
I do not understand Mr. Giuliani's motives for attacking me, nor can I offer an opinion on whether he believed the allegations he spread about me.
I don't believe I'm in a position to characterize it further than the president did in terms of asking for a favor.
You know what these hearings could use? A guy who paid $1 million for his ambassadorship. Luckily, here comes this smug Wallace-Shawn-looking motherfucker to blow the doors off this thing. Not only did Sondland leave Trump's defense in tatters, he also implicated Mick Mulvaney, Mike Pompeo, and Mike Pence, and he did it as happily as if he were enjoying his own eyes-wide-shut birthday party. Guys, I think the Democrats have been going about this all wrong. They've been relying on respectable, objective witnesses, but of course that was never gonna work. In order to catch a selfish, idiotic hotel business guy, you have to send a selfish, idiotic hotel business guy. Sondland's testimony was way more damning than anyone knew it would be. Ranking Republican member Devin Nunes was caught so off guard, he couldn't even begin his questioning on time.
Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
That concludes our 45 minutes. I now recognize Mr. Nunes. Oh, okay. Why don't we take a 5 or 10 minute break?
We're gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break so we don't have to watch a grown man cry. Ooh, that is hard to watch. Let's see it again with the quintessential song of self-pity.
Everybody hurts.
If you're not Devin Nunes, it was honestly really fun to watch Gordon Sondland. It's relaxing to see someone who knows they're a piece of shit and they're just like, yep.
Well, he also testified that you confirmed to President Trump that you were in Ukraine at the time and that President Zelensky, quote, loves your ass, unquote. Do you recall saying that?
Yeah, it sounds like something I would say. That's how President Trump and I communicate, a lot of 4-letter words.
Cool. Anyway, back to the crimes. Sondland was also weirdly proud of the fact that he never takes notes.
You are not a note taker, right?
I'm not a note taker, never have been.
There are several other conversations that you cannot recall because you don't have your notes or your documents or your emails or other information. But you remember that call specifically, exactly what the president said to you in response to your question about what do you want. Why is that?
I remember the first girl I kissed. I mean...
It was 3 days ago and I paid her $2,000. Who wants to party? Gordon Sondland was at the hearings for a good time, but not a long time. When they lasted longer than a 3-martini lunch, he started to get cranky.
Let's take a 30-minute recess to allow Mr. Sondland, Ambassador Sondland, get a bite to eat, like the members of the committee might like to get a bite to eat. And then we will resume with the member rounds of questioning of 5 minutes.
Oh my God, you made plans for after this? You are the star witness in an impeachment hearing. Unless you have afternoon plans to testify at a different impeachment hearing, you should clear your schedule. Unlike Nunes, Trump was not at a loss for words after watching Sondland's morning testimony. And unlike Sondland, he did take notes. Big notes. Sad notes.
So he's going, what do you want? What do you want? I hear all these theories. What do you want, right? And now, here's my response that he gave, just gave. Ready? You have the cameras rolling? I say to the ambassador in response, I want nothing I want no quid pro quo. Tell Zelensky, President Zelensky, to do the right thing.
Wow, this one-man show you're auditioning for sounds bad. I want nothing. I want nothing. Stella. 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 It's a good thing that Gordon Sondland turned out to be a born reality star because Democrats are not particularly good at crafting compelling sound bites. I mean, except for Representative Peter Welch.
And you know, I'll say this to President Trump. You want to investigate Joe Biden, you want to investigate Hunter Biden, go at it. Do it. Do it hard. Do it dirty. Do it the way you do it.
And then Welch shuffled his papers and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was for Devin Nunes' mom." Hey-o! Gordon Sondland is such a delightful dirtbag idiot that it's easy to lose sight of what he actually did today. He is a first-hand witness to this conspiracy, and he confirmed that the president, the vice president, the chief of staff, and the secretary of state all knew about it. And I, for one, am grateful for this patriotic American, and I can't wait for his future reality show, Who Wants to Get Screwed by a Millionaire? Just kidding. Fuck this guy.